Hello traders. In this video, we will explain a simple and profitable strategy for trading on the small frames. In this strategy, it is recommended to use Heikin Ashi candles, as well as you can use Japanese candles. The time frame will be 5 minutes. Also, we can use 1 minute, but it is not recommended. To start with this strategy, we will use this indicator, and it will be the main indicator in this system. It is a very accurate indicator in most of the results. As you can see, most of the entry and exit points on the signals are correct, even in a downtrend and range movement. It still gives accurate entry points, but as with all indicators, it is not without false signals. But don't worry, we'll eliminate it. But let's see more results on this chart. So far, most of the signals have been accurate, but here we find another entry signal that may need filtering. The number of signals that we reviewed is about 17. All of them were correct except for 2, and this is a good percentage using one indicator. But to eliminate such 2 false signals, we will use another indicator, which is the moving average indicator. But now, let us know the name of the main indicator, and what is the best settings to use it with 5-minute chart. The main indicator in this strategy is the Cci Trend Indicator, and you can find it in the indicators library here. As for the settings, it should be as follows: 34, 5, and the most important of which is the multiplier, and it should be 1.7. As for the style, it is recommended to remove this option, which is the trend line drawn by the indicator. The second indicator in this strategy will be the moving average indicator, and you can find it in the indicators library as well. As for the settings, the length will be 90, and 100 can also be used, but it is recommended to set it to 90. After we have completed the important part of this video, let's now begin to understand the rules of this strategy, which is very simple and doesn't require any experience. Let's start with the signals of buying positions. We enter into buying positions when we see a green entry signal like this, and we see that it is below a green candle, and this candle must be above the moving average line, or at least the largest part of its body should be above the moving average. But if we want to enter into selling positions, it will be the opposite. We must see the red signal first, then it must be below the moving average line. Here is another example of entering into buying positions, and as we can see, it was also a successful signal. And here is a sell signal, and it's under the moving average 90, so it was in agreement with all the conditions, and it was also a successful signal. And here is an entry signal, and a green candle above the moving average, and also the result is expected, which is the rise in the market price. I think that the conditions are clear and not difficult to use, as they are very accurate. Here, for example, we see another successful signal as well. Here we see a false sell signal, and it is considered false because the signal is above the moving average line, and as you can see, the market did not go down. Here is another buy signal, and it took a bit of time, but in the end, the market rose dramatically. This is also a good sell signal. As for the buy signal that follows it, which is this signal, it is considered a false signal because the largest part of the candle's body is below the moving average line, and touching this line with its wick does not change anything. As you can see, there are many successful signals, but it is difficult to review all of them in one video. So let's talk about taking profit and stopping loss in this strategy. The stop loss must be at the nearest price retracement, and this means that the stop loss must be placed under the wick of the candles close to the entry point. As we can see here, price resistance is close at these candles. As for taking the profit, it is by multiplying the result of the stop loss by 1.5, meaning that the risk to reward ratio will be 1 to 1.5. Similarly, when entering short positions, it will be the same, which is 1 to 1.5. Finally, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.